Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is the Wednesday check-in. It is July 26th, 2023, and thanks for hanging with me. If you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe. Then head on over to podcast.hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the podcast. And then head on over to hellocupcakeitsme.com to give the blog some love, and then make sure that you follow along on Instagram to instagram.com/hellocupcakeitsme. So, what is going on, everyone? I'm still without a car, and it is going to cost a hell of a lot of money to get it fixed. The catalytic converter on my car, I guess there's two of them. Thank you, California emissions. Right there, California. Right there. My car's set up for California emissions. So there's one catalytic converter up front by the motor, and then there's another one back by the tailpipe. Apparently the front one melted and sent all kinds of shit to the back, clogging it up, causing me to lose complete power in my car. So, what was it? Last Friday, I dropped my car off at the dealership. No, last Wednesday. So a week ago, I dropped my car off at the dealership, and they crawled all through it, called me up Thursday afternoon and said, hey Michael, this is above and beyond what we can do here at our dealership, because it's like one of those side of the road secondhand car dealership type places with like a little garage or whatever. This is above what we're able to do here. Take this on over to the muffler shop and they can get you set up and taken care of or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. So Tuesday, I was supposed to take my car to the muffler shop and have it there by 9 a.m. I show up at the car dealership and there's no signs of life. And I was told, oh yeah, he's going to be there as early as 7:30, he'll give you your car, blah, 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 whatever. So I get there right around 8, thinking, I'll give him some time. 8:15 comes around, and I hear the mechanic's dog barking at me, and I'm like, well, why is the mechanic's dog here? This dude had been sitting in the office the entire time, seeing me sit out front, and never came to like, hey, you're here for your car, right? So anyways, my appointment was supposed to be at 9. I get in the car after he mansplained to me everything that was going on with the car and like just in general, like how the world worked. I get in the car, I drive across their parking lot, across the parking lot adjacent to theirs, and go up the street, and I break down. Like, my car absolutely flatlines and does not run at all. Now, prior to all this, my car at least ran, and I could drive it up to 20 miles an hour. Which, I was like, you know what? If I can only do 20 miles an hour, I'm going to do 20 miles an hour. I'll take the back streets the whole way to the muffler shop. No fucking power whatsoever. I push on the accelerator, nothing. It goes, whap, pop, pop, died. Turn it over. Whap, pop, pop, died. I'm on the tiniest, minuscule little hill. My car will not go up this little hill. It just fucking flat will not do anything. So I had to get my fat butt out and try to push this car by myself. Mind you, there's people watching me in this parking lot that I'm broken down at. watching me push the car. Like, none of them offered to, like, help me just push it to the side or none of this other shit. And I finally get to the car to where I can stop and be safely off the side of the road, and I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm hurt because I'm pushing this huge ass car by myself. Like, I tried to do that whole seatbelt over your, like, over your shoulder and you pull the car. That does not work. It might work for some of y'all. It does not work for all of us. I tried that. I damn near ripped the seatbelt out the car. But anyways, called AAA. I was like, hey, this is where I'm at. I have an appointment at this time, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, it's going to be at least 90 minutes until we can get to you. I said the tow truck company that's literally a block away from me is going to be 90 minutes. Oh yeah, because all of our drivers are out clearing a wreck right now. You mean the 2-car wreck that happened at such and such and such and such an interstate? All of your drivers are clearing those 2 cars. So, I didn't get to the muffler shop until almost 11. The guy who owns the muffler shop has the personality and the customer service and phone skills of a cactus. And I think the cactus is more customer forward. I have nothing bad to say about my experience with the muffler shop right now. So far, they've been really amazing. The dude is just very crass. He's a mechanic. He's like that type of person that really doesn't want to deal with the front end of the business. He just wants to be in the back end and fixing shit. Like, he needs a secretary. And I was like, you know what? You do this work for me, I'll be your goddamn secretary. You know, you don't have to pay me anything. Like, cover my lunch and maybe $40 a week. I'll be happy. But, yeah. So, long story short, it is a significant amount of money. I have no clue how I'm going to come up with that money. But I've reached out to a couple of local agencies that typically help with stuff like that. I got an email just before starting this video that they received all my information and my paperwork, and that they're going to be getting back to me hopefully very soon so that I can call the muffler shop and let them know, yes, please order the part, so that I can then get everything up and going. So, yeah, I'm stressed because I'm having to depend on people for rides, and, like, having to ask my friend to take me to the Y in the morning. Well, I mean, she goes there anyways, and she literally has to drive right by my house, so I don't feel too horrible. Like, she's not going out of her way to pick me up. And then having to have my sister bring me home in the afternoon, it's just like, shit is layering. And I'm trying to trust the process, but the process is like, yeah, we're going to bend you over and not use lube, and it's going to feel like barbed wire. So, brace yourself, Effie. So, there's all of that. On the brighter side of stuff, there is another, like, issue going on, but you know what? I'm done talking about those issues. It may or may not get situated, that other issue. I just don't fucking know right now. My whole thought process is on getting my car back. And then worrying about the $500 to $700 issue that just showed up also. So on brighter news, last night at trivia, we kicked all of the butt. It was presented to us on a silver platter. We kicked all of it off, and we did really, really good. And last night, one of my friends gave me some really awesome stuff. So there are these things called ship coins. And they're naval coins that you can get at, like, military bases and stuff. And, like, every base has a coin. Every ship has its own specific coin. And then the captains of those ships have their own coin. Well, a friend of mine, the one that takes me to the pool Monday, Wednesday, Friday, her husband is retired from a submarine. And when I was over at their house for dinner one night, I noticed in the curio cabinet that he had a couple of ship tokens. And I was like, oh, okay. I just kind of filed it around in the back of my brain. Well, my friend that night was talking about ship coins and tokens and all this other stuff and blah blah. I was like, hey, if you happen to get a ship coin, I don't care which one it is. I have a friend who is retired military and gave him the whole spiel or whatever. I said, I would really like to do something for him, because I tried to give his wife a few bucks for gas or whatever, and she would not accept it. And so I would like to do something for him. That way, if I'm giving it to him, it can't be revoked by her. And so he goes home and he comes back with this freezer bag filled with ship tokens that he's been collecting for the last 14 years. He's like, there's only a handful of these that I cannot and will not part with, but the rest are yours to select from. He's like, you can have 2. I was like, dude, that's freaking awesome. So I looked through each one of them. Each one of them is a magnificent piece of artwork unto itself. So I find 3 that I really like. And I'm like, okay, these are the 3 that I really like. I can't choose. So tell me whatever one I can have from these 3, and awesome. So he's like, well, here, you keep all 3 of these. I was like, what? Like, really? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, and the cool thing about this one particular token, he's like, they're not going to be making that anymore. He's like, this is a very, very limited run, and there's only, like, so many left of this particular token, and when they retire it, it's going to be worth a lot of money. I'm like, well, I don't think he's going to sell it, but I'll pass that information along. And it had a Grim Reaper on it and, like, some other really cool stuff. And I'm like, if you come across another one of these, let me know, and I'll pay you for it if I have the money available. Which, at this point in time, I'm probably never going to have money again having to pay for my car, but that's a side note. So, this morning, I gave her the 3 ship tokens, and one of them happened to be the ship that he actually retired from, and I had no clue. I was just like, oh, this is a cool boat and all this other stuff, and I gave it to her, and she's like, how did you know this was his boat? I'm like, I didn't. I chose these out of, like, a pile of coins, and yeah, so I felt good to be able to, like, give back something, because she's really been doing a lot for me. Like, it wasn't a lot of money that I tried to give her the other day for gas. I just happened to have $10, and I put it on her console as I went to walk out, and she's all, what is this? What is this? And she got, like, kind of mad, and she crumpled it up and she threw it out the window. She's all, no. She rolled the window up and drove away. I was like, well, fuck, okay. So, yeah, so those were some really good positive things that have happened in the last 24 hours. was just having a good time with my friends, being out of the house, even though I had to rely on a ride to get there and a ride to get home, and my friend giving me 3 of his ship tokens from his personal collection that he's been collecting over 14 years. That was freaking awesome, and that I was able to not only get a coin that was for that was would be significant for her husband, but the fact that I was able to get 3 coins all together to give. She's like, "How did you even know about these?" I was all, "Well, when you invited me over for the barbecue the other day, I happened to look in the curio cabinet and saw that he had ship coins, and I thought, you know, so that was cool." I'm trying to be more positive, and I feel like I'm a little bit on a slight uptick now that I know what the problem is with my car, how much it's going to be. It's like, okay, now I can formulate a plan and a strategy to try to get that plan into action and worry about everything like plan A, plan B, plan C, plan Z, whatever. So today I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm still kind of apprehensive and just like, meh. But also another really cool thing is, it's a, god damn it, did this have to happen? But it has kind of a silver lining situation. So, as you all know, I've been practicing and learning sign language. And I've been using an app to learn sign language. Well, you have a lot of different ways to learn on this app. You have your daily activities that you can do, and then you have a daily challenge. So I did a couple of the daily challenges, thinking that those daily challenges go towards your overall score. They in fact do not. And they do not count as a consecutive check-in or consecutive study, which again I think that they should. And so I missed a day because I did the daily study session, but I didn't do a daily course, and so it didn't give me the daily course information or the check-in whatever that was required to keep my consecutive day count. So I lost all my progress, and I was so close to opening up another trophy. Well, something in my spirit said, Michael, just send them an email, tell them what's going on, and ask them if there's something that can be done. So I wrote this really nice professional email explaining what had happened, what has been going on, so on and so forth. And I asked them, I said, is there any way that you can restore my consecutive day check-ins, because I was so close to the next trophy thing. I understand if you can't or won't or whatever else, but I would really appreciate it that if you could, that you would. So a day went by and I got the email last night saying, "Hey Michael, so sorry all this is going on. It sounds like you have been really stressed out. If you can let us know about the number of days that you have that you were up to, we can go ahead and add that back to your, we could check your logs or whatever and try to add those back to your account. And just hope things get better, and thank you for using our program. We really appreciate you." And I was like, fucking awesome. So I sent back a huge heartfelt thank you. I was like, thank you so much for the understanding. Thank you for the well wishes. I really appreciate you guys. And I'm going to be doing a review of your services and your app. So, thank you. And, that is going to be one of the videos that comes up. I don't know if it's going to be its own standalone video, or if it's going to be a Wednesday or a Saturday check-in, or whatever else, but I am going to be reviewing the video, or reviewing the services here shortly. I just got to figure out how to record the screen and everything while I am using the services and stuff, so then that way it like comes across kind of cohesively. So yeah, that's what's been going on, and I really feel like I'm at the end of my rope, and I'm about to kick the chair out from under myself because I am just done. I know people have it so much worse than me, and I'm not like denying that or whatever, but guys, I went 9 months without depression, without like feeling like absolute shit. And so going 9 months where you're again cautiously optimistic and happy, to every single thing making you cry, and the dark intrusive thoughts and everything else just kind of culminating, it really does fuck with you. And so I am hoping that everything turns out all right, and that I get out of the depressive spell that I'm under right now, and can get things taken care of and fixed and whatever else. So anyways, I feel like I'm exceeding my time with y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go. But, questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share these videos. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers. That would be awesome. I honestly don't know what I'm at right now. Last time I looked, it was 703. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's at least that or more still. And, yeah. Follow the links down below. Got questions or whatever, you can shoot me an email, hellocupcakeitsme@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.